Hey, what's up YouTube, and welcome to another Guild Ball match report. Today, I'm trying out my new Ratcatchers team against Sean's Navigators team. So, Windfinder, Wander, Fathom, Ebb, Azimuth, and Horizon versus Piper, Squeak, Vetgrave, Scourge, Skulk, and Pelage. So, Navigators box 6, and I'm dropping Miasma for Vetgraves. For the Navs, they're playing a 3-0 game. One, they need the first goal. That's super important for them. And to set up some snapshot turrets downfield, also very important. Finally, they need to keep moving that ball up and around. Just keep it around my goal. Keep trying to pound that score in there. Meanwhile, for the Ratcatchers, we're looking at a 2-2 game. Ideally, one, we need to protect the ball from those Navs using close control and armor. 2, eat any turret, anything downfield that can score. And 3, you got to extend my threat using Reverie. That's Piper's famous play. So you can see Piper is kicking off the ball here. He's kicking it to midfield. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Sorry about the slightly blurry footage here, but we're trying to make do, shaking off the rust in both recording and playing. So here goes the kick. Sean's going to go ahead and allocate there. So box 6 against my minor guild. I decided to put Vetgraves in because I think Vetgraves is so strong for the team that he's basically the auto-include. I had to decide who to drop. Thought about, initially you want to drop Skulk, but I think Skulk is important in this matchup, more so than Miasma, because Miasma gives me that really, really strong takeout game. But I need Skulk kind of messing around with any of the strikers that Sean decides to put my way. So you can see the allocation going down my way, kind of play a little bit more of an even distribution on allocation there. So it looks like Wander is going to go first. So Wander will jog up to the ball and kick the ball, I believe. Try to kick it. Oh, he's going to dodge Azimuth up, which is nice. And then I think he just drops the ball to Azimuth. I don't think he kicks it to Azimuth. Okay. I am just going to sprint with... Oh, wait. Change my mind. I decide to go with Skulk. Put up foul order and sit there by the goal. That's going to just be annoying for the rest of Sean's turn. Sean is figuring out who to go with right now. I think he's going to go with Azimuth. He's going to pass the ball over to Windfinder. And then just march towards Piper. Try to throw a net at Piper and hits Piper and knocks Piper down. Okay, so that's going to be interesting for me to have to deal with a little bit later. But he did put Azimuth up towards the middle of the field, maybe a little early. So maybe showing his hand here a little bit early, but still not a bad play. Vetgraves is going to go up into Azimuth. Azimuth is going to naturally counter. And let's see if Vetgraves can get the knockdown They Ain't Tough that he wanted. I think it's knockdown exhaustion I take because Azimuth does not have armor. So knockdown. And I also did the tag-along move there to get Squeak into position. Now, this is my very, very first game with Ratcatchers, so I forget to do the heroic to give Squeak his additional influence, which is dumb on my part. I really should have done that. Just spend some the next attack doing a little damage and pushing Azimuth further into the scrum there. Here comes Windfinder. Windfinder is going to full speed ahead on Ebb, and then I believe she is going to pass the ball. I think she passed it to... Who'd she pass it to? I don't even know. Oh, here comes Squeak. Squeak is coming around the corner there. Squeak is just going to do a little chewing on Azimuth. All right. Horizon's going to go. Oh, I guess she dropped the ball off to Horizon. He's going to come around the corner there, pass it over to Ebb. Ebb is going to dodge up with that give and go. And then Horizon is going to take his 4-inch dodge into cover there. So it looks like he's trying to set up either an ebb goal or a fathom goal. I'm thinking this is a fathom goal, but I'm going to go with Piper, clear my knockdown condition. Going to do a dilemma on ebb, and he is going to move ebb to me, which is, it's tough because when you have models that have a higher walk than Piper, you're actually giving me a little bit more closing distance. I would have had to, if he made me jog up, I would have had to do a little bit more extra to try to get to him, but this looks like this is going to be okay. So ebb comes up to me. I end up, it looks like I end up taking a tackle dodge on the first one. And Sean has no momentum here, so sadly I can just kind of have my way here. So what I'm trying to figure out, can I get a goal? I just did a double dodge on this attack, which gets me out of ebb, and Azimuth is knocked down, so I can freely sprint around there. I am going to have to take a penalty at wander there, so I sprint around to there, and I'm within 6, so I kick a goal at penalty at the towards the end of the turn. And yeah, that's going to put me up 4-0. Sean is going to throw the ball back out towards horizon. He's trying to get it so that Fathom can get the ball, but he does not want the ball to scatter towards any of my guys. So he's playing it kind of wide here. And the ball scatters really nicely there. Horizon could pick it up, but that would not be a wise decision to kill the ball. Sean very much wants the ball in play right now. So he's trying to figure out who has gone already. Ebb has not gone, so this could very much be an ebb goal. And I think that's who better yet, he could do a fathom goal. So he could activate ebb, pick up the ball, kick it back to fathom, and have fathom score at the end of the turn. But he's gonna try with ebb. I don't know that I agree with this. So he is going to snatch up the ball during a sprint and get over to Scourge. Attack Scourge. Scourge is going to counter. Because I don't believe he can get away and score. So he is going to, looks like he's going to dodge. Scourge is going to counter. And I'm thinking about maybe pushing him out, but there's a knockdown. I have access to a knockdown based on what I rolled. So I think I end up just picking the knockdown, even though I wanted to get him out of goal range. But I'll take a knockdown, that's fine. So we take the knockdown. And this is pretty rough for Sean too, because he's already advanced. So there goes the ball. And Ebb is just going to spend the rest of the influence getting some dodges. So he's going to dodge 1 inch, snap up the ball. Oh wait, not yet. Yeah, he has the ball. So he has the ball, but he had to dodge back. So he can't really score right now. It's not, and plus he dodged, so Skulk took his jog directly towards. So it's with the foul odor, it's going to cost him 2 to kick out. That would have been a horrible goal had he attempted it. But who knows? The ball scatters out wide there, and we didn't check actually. Oh, actually no. Yeah, it scatters wide. It doesn't intersect anybody's path. So the ball is just out there in midfield. The Scourge is going to walk around Ebb and kind of prep him for a later turn. Just smash into him a little bit. I think he is just going to do some damage there. So it's towards the end of the turn now. Sean has Fathom to go, who's actually not in a terrible spot. It looks like she has 3 influence on her, so she could very well score there. But I don't believe he has any momentum at this time. This is the problem. So acrobatics and then jog, snatch up the ball. She can, and then I guess because there's no momentum, you can't dodge off of that terrain in goal. Final activation of the turn is going to be Pelage, who is just going to go into Azimuth and prep him for next turn. Pelage does a really, really high amount of damage, especially to a knocked down 4-0 guy with, looks like I've got a crowd out there from Squeak. So prepping him for the next turn, just going to lay in as much damage as possible. At the end of the turn, Sean selects from Cloak of Rats. He takes the 3 damage, which I think is wise, rather than taking the snare. So I believe that is going to wrap up this turn. And we're going to play plot cards. I take the plot card for +2/+2 move. I forget what Sean takes. I think I can't tell if he take. Well, we'll have to see later. But sorry, guys. Anyways, I'm gonna start allocating here. So I have a potential takeout on Azimuth. That's gonna be very important. The ball is over on the far side with Fathom, so there's not a whole lot I can do about that immediately. Not without kind of breaking up the takeout I have lined up with Pelage, because I load up Pelage. I want her to get the Azimuth takeout. Sean will probably reply with a goal, and then I'll have a snapback goal most likely, with the middle of the field there sorry, being mostly empty. I have to watch out for that Windfinder legendary, because that's going to put a lot of models into activation there. So Pelage makes short work of Azimuth and then walks over to Windfinder and Wander. I think does maybe a little bit of damage to Windfinder, and singled out looks like, and then makes them both take snare. So Sean opting for snare this time instead of the damage. I would have went with damage, personally. I don't know that Windfinder is going to be in too much trouble in the middle of this turn, but hindsight 2020, right? You never know. When you're there, you might be taking that snare. Here comes Fathom. The fairly easy goal just goes into Skulk. Skulk is, I think, takes a poised to just try to tackle the ball off. But Fathom manages to dodge out. Skulk then takes his jog directly towards and tackles the ball on a counter. And then he's basically just making Fathom take the rest of her influence, really. And so Fathom will tackle the ball back and then score that goal. So putting the Navs on the board 4-6. So 6-4. I've got a takeout. I've got a Ebb is looking somewhat sickly in the corner there, but I've got a really, really nice open lane there for snapback. Decide to place the ball. Looks like I'm cheating a little bit, so I slide that ball back to the 10-inch mark. And the ball scatters right within snap distance of Vet Graves. So really nice play line up here. Piper is going to go. He is just going to go into Windfinder and score a little bit of momentum. I forget what he does. I don't even know if he does damage. I think it's just a it's like a push or a dodge. Nothing too important there. And then he's just going to spend his 3 to Reverie Vet Graves. So Vet Graves with that plus movement this turn is fantastic. So I'm going to get a lot of mileage out of that one card. It's such a great card. So there we go. Vet Graves is going to sprint up and take a shot. And that puts the Ratcatchers up to 10. And Sean is going to throw the ball back in, trying to decide what side to put it on. I think he wants to keep pressing that goal attack there. So Here comes the throw in. It goes a little bit wide off to the side where Sean doesn't really want it to go, because it's just harder to get people into position there. But he has Windfinder, he has a legendary, and I think he will use it here to try to get another goal maybe later in the turn. So Windfinder is going to go and just legendary immediately. You can see 3 dodges, takes 1 with Windfinder, 1 with Horizon, and 1 with Wander. Then Windfinder is going to, looks like, jog up, snatch up that ball. Oh, it looks like she gave herself a sprint to snatch up the ball, pass it over to Horizon. I guess. No, maybe. No, yeah. Looks like she did pass the ball to Horizon. There it goes. Ball over to Horizon. And, oh, she did I Spy on, yeah, because she had a bunch of influence. So it was like I Spy on Scourge would be nice, plus it knocks him down. So Horizon gets the ball. It's not a bad play, but I still have super, super fast Vet Graves there. He's going to come back, charge Horizon. And let's see how this goes. I'm pretty sure Horizon will Death Stance here. But managed to get that ball. So I've got close control, cover, and the ball. That's brutal. Very, very difficult to deal with. And so, yeah, that's, Vet Graves and Piper really doing the 2-man game here. Just keeping that Navigator ball play honest there. Looks like Horizon is going to jog back just enough to try to get at that ball. And I think he's going to waste all of his attacks. He's only got 3 dice because I'm in cover, and I'm already a 3-2. So this is horrifying. Just cannot get anything going there. Skulk is going to go into the knockdown Ebb and just do a little bit of damage. I think he ends up putting up Foul Odor as well, just to add insult to injury. Make sure that this is all pretty well locked up. So yeah, this game is rapidly going downhill for the Navs. It's not a good. The ball is very much locked up there for the turn. Wander's going to go in there and not really accomplish a whole lot. Maybe could have done lure on Windfinder there, who I guess we forgot she was snared, but she's still snared. Sorry, guys. And I'm just going to do some squeak action into Horizon. No specific reason, let's just rack up some momentum, try to get, try to win that momentum race for the following turn. So wasn't able to take out Ebb, but I'm in very much a commanding position here on the board. Just a couple of unfortunate things. Playing that plus movement card on Vet Graves was super clutch, and being able to Reverie and then have him come all the way back and recover the ball after he scored was super, super strong. So I've got a momentum lead. I've got the ball. I think we know how this is going to end because I have a snared Windfinder and I have Wander there, both within 2 inches of Vet Graves. So Vet Graves is going to go and do his thing. Well, first I got to load everybody up. But again, we see where this is going. This was my first game with Ratcatchers. and Sean's shaken off a lot of rust. He hasn't played Navigators in a while. So we'll see some more rusty games from me. I do have some more games in the can, folks. So I've been jumping around teams. I put the Wu-Tang Alchemists up for a little bit. We'll get back to them. So don't worry if you are looking for more Alchemist games. Plus, with Soma on the way, Soma and Vet Greed, we can look forward to seeing some games with those new captains. So I'm going to win turn, and I'm just going to do my thing. I'm going to go with, it looks like I'm going with Piper. So Piper is going to go into Horizon, it looks like, and then just buy another Reverie. I think he just goes in Horizon for the momentum, and then, yeah, he's going to buy a Reverie, and we'll see Vetgraves run up and kick that last goal. So that is going to do it for this video. I want to thank everyone for watching. Very fun game. Hope I learned more Ratcatchers. And yeah, we will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.